Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Crypto Night Show. Your host Superman in the house, and boy, woo! PulseChain trending. We're gonna get into it, folks. We've got a good show in hand, and it's gonna be so much fun, guys. You guys have been waiting patiently, and we're starting to get the good vibes, starting to get the good projects, starting to get the good momentum, and it's pretty exciting, guys. Pretty exciting. So we're gonna get into all the news today. Obviously, we're gonna briefly cover the stock market and the inflation. CPI number came in good. And of course, that means good for interest rates. We're going to get into the crypto overview as well. And then we're going to race onto PulseChain and talk about PulseChain getting some green candles. But we got some big projects trending, right? So pretty exciting. We're going to talk about LibertySwap and PCock. Obviously, going to talk about FireWhale, SolidX, and XGame. And of course, we're going to get into obviously Gladiator games, which has started tournament number 7 and is really starting to fire up there with the old Rome price. So we're going to talk about that too. So yeah, it's going to be a great show, guys. It's going to be a great show. I hope you guys enjoy it. So let's get into it without further ado. Don't forget to share the show around on X. First of all, smashed it out. There it is right there. Just take a moment to hit the repost button. Leave a comment and a like would be nice too. But really the repost there, get it out there, folks. That'd be great. And also, if you haven't joined our strategy club, the link is in the video description. If you want to get more alpha, get in some chats and things like that, then that is the place to be. It's only $35 a month. Fantastic value. So get in there, folks. And we've got a great bunch of people in there with some superstars for sure. We've witnessed pretty much, maybe 99% of the stuff on PulseChain. So it's been a great experience over there the last couple of years. So definitely get in on Strategy Club. Links there. All right, we got Orez in the house there. Like the fires. Yeah, then you got to light the fires because everything's getting hot on PulseChain. Sean O'Malley as well. Hey, Sean, big shout out. Good morning, legends. Always a pleasure to see Sean in the house. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get into it. Let's get into the show. And we're going to kick it off with the stock market first of all. So let's go there. And we know we had some good days there. So let's pull it up. All right, so the stock market there, the Dow closes above 47,000 for the first time. Remember, the Dow Jones is like the top 30 industrial firms, so it's kind of cool amid a tame inflation. So you got to tame that inflation. We got the Dow Jones right now is up 1% to 472 points to 47,200. Pretty amazing. Let's have a look at the max chart over here, this little baby chart, and you can see that that is at all-time highs, guys. Woohoo! We've got the S&P 500 is up 0.8%, 53 points to 6,797. Of course, people talking about 7,000 plus by the end of the year on the old S&P 500. You can see that is on a record highs as well. Let's have a look at that chart. Yeah, look at that, pushing record highs there too. The NASDAQ right now at 1.15%. It's a real big gain there. The NASDAQ up 263 points to 23,204. And we can see that that's up around all-time highs as well. And of course, the thing about the NASDAQ, it's got all the tech companies in it. And we know that there's a big industrial revolution going on right now. Some say it's the fourth wave, the fifth wave, whatever it's called. People are calling it the intelligence age. And of course, we've got the convergence of AI, robotics, and automation, all these things coming together, chip power, processing power, you name it. We've got it all coming together right now. And we also see some pretty big breakthroughs in battery technology going on right now. So we saw Cattell with sodium batteries. So really things are about to go next level. And of course, that was kind of the energy, was kind of the last mile there. And thinking more broadly, we're seeing some breakthroughs in fusion and fission technology as well. So it's pretty awesome. Not only that are we spoiled, but we've also got a lot of things happening in the space age as well, which is pretty exciting. So we're a pretty interesting point in history, right? Pretty interesting point in history here. Although, as you guys know, the pre-Egyptians also had all that technology, right? Just kidding. All right, so we got PulseChain Animal in house there. Hey guys, I mean they got to build the temples, the pyramid somehow, right? With that big energy machine. Who knows? But anyway, moving on. We got the US dollar right now sitting at 98.74 versus the trading partners. Let's go to the commodities. We got West Texas $61.50, Brent oil at $65.84, and of course, getting energy down was a major thing for President Trump, and of course, that's going to lower down all the cost inputs for the physical goods, right? So, really, really huge there. The gold right now 4,137 off that big high with profit taking. Silver, of course, $48.58 as well. We're expecting commodities to still continue its ride up over the golden age of America that Trump's ushering in, particularly for 26 and probably in for 27 when we get the big GDP numbers coming through from all this investment. Remember, $20 trillion investment in the first year is just unheard of that Trump's managed to bring into the United States, and of course plowing that into high productivity AI technology. So we are seeing mass adoption and revenue come in for the AI. So it's not like a big bubble, and that's just ramping up, and so it's pretty exciting there. We got Sean says big week for XGame and PCock. Absolutely, Sean. Absolutely huge week ahead. All right, so let's get into it. We got soybeans, and of course Brennan loves copper. The copper is up slightly there. Now let's get into some of the commentary there. So actually they've cut us out with the commentary now, haven't they? Up to sign in. But basically the good news was that inflation came in at 3%, and basically it was below the 3.1% target. So that bodes well for interest rates. And so let's go to the interest rate monitor here and check that out. So 4 days and 18 hours to go till the Fed decision on the 29th of October. So we're very less than 5 days away, guys. And we're expecting a 99.6% expectation of a 25 basis point cut down of 4%. So very bullish there. December now, looking at another 25 basis points. That's 98% of the market. So that would be 3/4 of a percentage point. So 4.5 to down to 3.75 this year. And of course, we're hoping we get a 50 basis point. So we're hoping that we might get a surprise to the upside because the rates are still relatively too high. Remember, inflation coming at 3%, and we're going down to 3.75 by the end of December. We should actually be closer to that 3% mark quicker than later. So, which probably bodes well for the beginning of the new year. We can see that the majority of the market's expecting 58%, expecting another 25 basis points by January. So that gets to 3.5. But this is probably going to be too high for too long. And so the good thing is that we've got all Trump's policies, which are doing all the right things, bringing us down. It looks like, March 3.25 right now. So it's a very linear kind of decrease there. All right, so that is going to usher in, we're on that rate cycle, and that's probably what matters the most, is that interest rates are going down. We're in that down cycle, and that means all the conservative investments, people will start pulling their money out and start chasing risk, and that means stock market, crypto, commodities all go up. So that's bullish. All right, kind of cool. So that is our coverage of the stock market and the economic news. Let's get into the next one. Will be, I guess the crypto news. So we're going to look at the majors, as they say. Don't forget, of course, to share the channel around. Smash it out on X and hit the repost button. Really helps a lot there. All right, let's get into the crypto news. We'll go to the big screen. We've got 3.83 trillion in the market cap. So we're just floating around, plus 4.425 down to 3.75 of a trillion. And here we are at 3.83. So we're still super low, guys, on the market cap. Super low, cannot tell you. We're at 1.1% right now. Even with Bitcoin rallying, we really haven't had the altcoin rally. And so we're really probably waiting, as I think Nick Hillman, says it pretty well. We break that 5K mark, and I think the altcoin season's on, right? It's absolutely on there. So we'll keep a lookout for that. Now, we've got the Bitcoin right now at 110, almost 111,000. So that's up 0.9%. Ethereum at the moment at 39.28. So still lagging a bit, but all the right preconditions for a ETH run are on, right? They're all on. We see we're down 4.2 million ETH on the exchanges since July over about a 4-month period. We know that the strategic ETH reserves are still buying. We're talking about SharpLink and Bitmine Immersion, etc. Tom Lee's on the mark there, and they're just accumulating. They've got millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of more Ethereum to accumulate. And so eventually the price is just going to go parabolic, right? And then everyone's going to FOMO on that, etc. And so we're expecting a 10-year rally in the old Ethereum. Obviously, there'll still be cycles in that, but that is exciting. BNB right now is at $1,100, up down 1.2%. XRP is up 4.7%. Nice little move there at $2.50. Solana at number 6, up 1.5% at $193. We've got Lido. Sorry, let me go to Dodge there. Number 9, up 1.5% at just under 20 cents. Tron there, just over 30 cents, down 3%. That's at number 10. Now I was just going to look down a bit further afield. I just want to look at something here. I don't see it straight off the bat there, but let's go back into the top. So the top performer in the last 24 hours in the top 10 is XRP, up 4.7%. Best performer over the week is also XRP, up 8.3%. So there we go. Top performer in the top 100 is a Chain Opera AI. It's taken back number 1 spot. It left it for a few days. Is up 47%. Mean Core is number 2, up 17.8%. Pump Fun, number 3, up 17.3%. Jupiter, number 4 there, up 17%. And Zcash, up 15%. Those are our top 5 in the top 100. Top 1,000, we've got Baby Boom Token, Humanity, and Token Bot. Now, I think we've looked at these other 2 down the bottom there, so we'll have a quick look at Baby Boom and see where that is ranked right now. It is ranked 948, and it's up 14%. Looks like it's just come off the bottom. Pretty unusual behavior, so whatever that is. So 12 cents up to 26 cents. That's on BNB chain there. Let's have a quick look at the website. Probably some sort of meme. It looks like Baby Boom. Social impact powered by Web3 innovation, taking the global declining birth rate. Okay, so it's pretty interesting. Baby Boom. Yeah, some sort of social thing, is it? Healthier habits earn BBT rewards, smart wellness coaching for fertility and overall health. Okay, very niche sort of market there. Apparently it's got 740,000 registered users, 90 active daily users. Okay. It looks like a niche thing around maybe parenting and family, which is kind of nice to see. Right, so that is Baby Boom. Let us go to the rest of it. So we've got trending right now. We've got TokenBot, Virtuals Protocol, and Humanity. So those are the ones there right now. So yep, 3.82 trillion market cap, up 1%. Bitcoin up almost 1%, 111,000, and Ethereum up 2%, 3,900. That's our crypto markets right now. Boy, we're doing well today. We're racing through to PulseChain, right now. All right, I guess that gets us to PulseChain, does it? But should we have a drink first? A drink amongst friends. There we go. All right, so let's go to the middle screen, shall we? And we've got PulseChain on day 896, guys, 896. And so PulseChain was a full system state fork of Ethereum on the 10th of May, 2023, launched a few days later on the 13th of May, 2023. And here we are 896 days later. We're only 4 days away from 900 days. Can you believe it? Seems crazy. And I've been streaming virtually all of those days. Can you believe it? On PulseChain, virtually all those days. I mean, I've had a couple of days off here and there for certain things, but virtually every single day streaming on around PulseChain for all that time. And before that, I was streaming virtually every day around Hex. Even when I got my first Hex channel taken down back in, was it early? I think it was about March, April, somewhere in that ballpark, 2020. Can you believe it? Yeah, there was a whole ton of influencers back then. And quite a few of us got our channels taken down for different reasons. It was hard times with the old YouTube. It can be quite a difficult organization to deal with, and quite a few got taken down on that channel. And we used to all be talking about Hex and the AA lobby and getting the referrals up to 32%, self referral. And used to get the referrals, all that sort of stuff. So it was pretty interesting times back then. All right, so here we are today, though, 896 days later. PulseChain is green. Quadruple 0312 up 4.16%, 31% of the mean sacrifice price right now. Pulse exit right now, quadruple 021 up 3.73%. The buy and burn has just ticked up a little bit higher, guys, 7.95% as it approaches 8%. We got incentive token right now, $1.24 up 1%. And we've got Hex at the moment just below 7/10 of a penny, up 2.8%, and EHEX they're up slightly from yesterday at 23/100 of a penny. Combined price EX and PX is at 93, almost 93/100 of a penny. So it was remember if you yesterday it was 9/10 of a penny, so it's up a little bit there. And that's our markets today. So let's see if we can get some double digits. And what do we want? We want to see some 10% and then 20-30% every day for a week. Let's do that, eh? Let's do that. All in favor? And say, I think so. Everyone's pretty excited about that. Yeah. All right, let's have a look at the gas prices. We've got 760,000 beats, so pretty low on the gas prices there. So only 0.8 of a penny for a PulseX swap. We like that. Of course, as the chain does, if we do get on this big rally we're expecting, then the chain will get more expensive, right? You'll be playing, first of all, 1 cent, 2 cents, 5 cents, 10 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents, $1. I don't know. It's going to be good, pretty crazy. But anyway, that is it right now. 53,163 active validators, so that's down a little bit from what we've had. We've normally been around about 53,200 to 400, something in that ballpark. Bridges, let's look at bridge value. It's gone a little bit higher there, 101.9 million. So it's kind of cool to see. And yeah, you know what I might do? I might take a snapshot of that. Actually, let's take a snapshot for future reference, and see where that goes. So let me get out the snapshot tool, and let me take a little snapshot of that. Snapshot. There we go. All right, bam. Here we go. All right, so we add that to our reference. We can use that now, and we can compare that in a week or 2 weeks or whatever. So that's where we are right now. And so is this the bottom? Is this the bottom of the bridge value? Let's see what happens. So that is the bridge there right now. Let's get into, actually, I want to bring up PulseChain stats, and we're going to talk about that a bit. I was going to bring that up earlier, but PulseChain stats, it's here somewhere. There it is. And we'll pull that up, and we'll quickly talk about that before we move on to the market volumes. Because I want to talk about the bridge here. So we've got pump tire stats. I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about the bridge stats. And let's go down here and have a look at the numbers. So yeah, daily inflow, $831,000. This is a UTC midnight, I think, snapshot, something like that. And the total daily outflow 666606. You believe it? Oh boy, we've got the Antichrist in the house there, but not quite. We're missing a 6, but we've got the 666s there. And net daily inflow 165,000 positive. That's good, right? We had seen a lot of negative days, and we've seen a couple of positive days now. So this is a good early sign. We want to get that capital reversal. Very, very cool. So we're looking forward to that. Very neat there. Now, we do have the monthly chart down here somewhere, don't we? We've got the monthly chart down there. Something there it is there. So yeah, I'm not sure the time frame of this, but this is the net HUSD. There's a hyperlink, isn't it? So that's starting to go positive too. The old hyperlink the last 2 days. So that's kind of cool. Early days on that. That's interesting. We might talk more about that in the future. But here is the overall bridge, the official bridge, and we've got two positive flows there. Is that right? Yeah. Official PulseChain bridge inflows, outflows, and we got nice little positives there. Kind of cool. So it looks a little bit like the chart that I did, right? Except without the cumulative data also, which is actually pretty cool. Pretty cool way of presenting the data. You got to present it like people can understand it, right? Any price predictions for PCock is Animal Chain. Well, up and to the right, my friend, up and to the right. I have not done any modeling on the old PCock there, but I think it's just going to drive itself all the way up and away. Obviously, there'll be some of the big, once people make big profits, they often get profit takers. So it's the way it goes. We saw that time. We've seen that time and time again. It's the way the markets work. All right, so that is pretty cool. Let's go to the overall numbers here, 13.8 million. So we've been doing around about 11.5 to 12 million, right? So we're up a bit more on that from the last couple of days, 13.8 today. Our big movers at the moment, we've got one been around for 5 days, SCADA. Now, some of these ones that have been popping up, I'm not endorsing any particular tokens. You guys know I go through the top 100, generally speaking, on the trending for Deck Screener. So no particular endorsements. Oink Piggy Bank up 49%. So they've got their little treasury machine, haven't they? And so they're able to power this project up, and that seems to be powering up today at 1/10 of a penny with the old Oink. And so look at the weekly chart on the old Oink. So it's a pretty impressive looking chart there as well. So there we go. That is Oink. We've got 9mm, and I said to you, and I said this time and time again, that a lot of the we don't have a lot of really quality dexes at the moment. I mean, let's be fair about that. Basically got PulseX, 9mm, Tide, and soon we're going to have PCock protocol. So that's kind of where we are, really. We have a lot of small ones, and some of them are okay. And then we have farms, which we got a decent group, about 6 or 7 farms, all operating at different liquidity pools. So some are more successful in terms of liquidity than others. But we've got a lot of innovation in that space, which is pretty exciting. So pretty cool. And we've talked a lot about those in the past. So yeah, let's get on here. So we've got 9mm right now. This is obviously our second biggest DEX, and therefore one would argue that it's undervalued. And obviously, as PulseChain rallies, then all the assets on there will rally, the volume will rally, the fees rally in US dollar terms. and so this should get re-rated like we normally see in microcycles. So yeah, it'll be interesting. This coming off the bottom too, pretty much. Look at that, it's a pretty nice move today with some volume coming in there. So that's interesting, right? That is interesting. So you had a little wick down here too, pretty emotional wick. Probably don't know what they did with that, but we're up about 30% or something like that, aren't we? Something like that. So pretty cool. So get 9mm, and they're a pretty good protocol. They communicate all the time, every day, always doing market updates about yields, doing the NFT projects, profit sharing. Doing the good things. I haven't seen anything. Only seen good things so far. So 46% there today. We got Zendog, been doing pretty well lately as well. Also associated with the PCock, remember? Pull with the PCock, and that is up 41% today. And then we've got PCock itself. We've got not the biggest pair, but the second biggest pair. That is at up 37%. So we're going to talk about that now while we're here. And we can see that PCock is not the biggest pull, but this is PCock's driving high here. Not broken the all-time high yet. That is at 1.72 cents. We're at 1.433 cents, but it's really looking good for that as well. Now, I didn't really overnight. I thought it might actually do even more aggressive than that. Hasn't done that yet, but maybe that's a good thing. Just let it slowly push itself up rather than go too fast, too high, too fast. So it's pretty cool on that. Now we see some of the other ones paired with PCock, obviously Zen and Zero, and they've all up to 36 cents. And obviously we're going to talk about Rome token with Gladiator Games. They paired up about 3 or 4 days ago or something like that with PCock, and they were really rallying as well. In fact, over 50% on the old Rome. We'll talk about that later on. So that's kind of cool. Pulse Guy also pairing up with PCock. There's the Pulse pair, however, but that's up 35%. So we've got a lot of PCock dominating along with 90mm and Oink today. So it's pretty cool. All right. I'm not sure about the scatter. Quick look at the scatter one. Supply, control, and distribution. So I don't know if this is a scam or what this is. So, could be legit. I haven't not investigated it, but be very careful. Not in like, so I don't really like clicking on them too much. But you can go check out CryptoSolve and other people that do scans on tokens, to do that. All right, so PCock there right now, 1.4 cents. This is the big pull, right? Over $250,000 liquidity, and it's looking pretty good there. So that's going to lead us into talk about this. So PCock here versus Pulse. The market cap is 12 million. Remember, I think it was yesterday, day before it was 10 million, and now we're at 12 million. In fact, I just look at the market cap on the screen here. What am I talking about? So it's actually passed through that actually. So on the daily there, it was at $8.9 million, and it's rallied to 12 million now at the moment. Nice little bowl here too. This little cup and handle, is it? And then that could go up moon time, which we're expecting. So it could be pretty cool. We got a GetHex in at the moment. Good morning, Superman. Good morning, GetHex. Welcome. So kind of cool. This is where we are right now, and so we're going to talk about LibertySwap. So we're going to go through the post for LibertySwap over the last sort of 17 hours because they dropped a little blues clues all over the place, these guys, and so you got to keep on to it. So this was about 17 hours ago. So after my coverage yesterday, I did a full emergency show, if you guys remember. So we're just going through a few of these. So they say the ones who work the hardest for their visions are those that have staked their own wealth and reputation on it. True conviction costs real money. You can bet against weak technology, but never bet against a determined mind. It can turn even garbage into greatness there. And they've got a beautiful animation there. The old PCock and the Liberty lady. Kind of cool. The silly coin will make millionaires, it says. So, coming back to your prediction here, well, talking about millionaires being made here. Guess it will depend relatively on what your bags are, but looking pretty good there. Howdy, Superman. PCock is raising its feathers, says Brennan. Absolutely it is. All right, so that's kind of cool over there. And then let's go scroll up a little bit here. Alpha Baller says it's our season. PulseChain, something big is happening. So people are getting excited, guys. The Pulse guy, and of course, that's one of the pools that we showed that's linked to PCock right now. They got their little gameplay, right? They got a little farting, I don't know what that animal is or whatever this little dog actually, little game there on there from looks of it. So that's pretty cool. What else we got there? We got good morning. This is pretty good night. It says PulseChain family. Tomorrow we go to war in style. That's pretty excited. So that's today, right? Go to war in style and starts today. We raid every single timeline, every Solana, BNB chain, and base influence account. No survivors, only conversions. Let them know loud and clear the PulseChain king has returned. And this time he's not here to play. He's here to dominate, right? So kind of cool. We're back. So, kind of cool there. All right, so that is pretty nice. Let us scroll up a bit further here. From the streets of Kanto to the PulseChain trenches, I've been through it all. Got stories and lore so deep. So, LibertySwap there in the play there. Cool little video, actually, isn't it? All the fire action movies, the PCock in there, the Statue of Liberty. Pretty cool. All right. So, things are getting really, really hyped up there. Even Coexistence 7, another influence in the PulseChain community, is getting excited about PCock and LibertySwap as well. What else we got going on there? Gary Woods talking about the Ethereum price and re-rating PulseChain 132x higher. Does anyone like the sound of that? Some people were saying that's the minimum. That's the minimum. That's a little bit of math there from him. What else we got there? We got LibertySwap here says, instead of inspiring people to understand and appreciate the purpose behind the coins, we now see those who neither believe in crypto or understand values teach each others to despise it, treat coins as disposable tokens or to dump for profit, or worse, as infinite products to print and exploit. Yeah, so they're trying to change the game on that a bit. In retrospect, it is inevitable. It was 14 hours ago. PCock to $10. Does anyone like that? So was it the PulseChain animal? Well, there's a price prediction. It's not my price prediction, but there's one for them. I think these guys, they put out these lovely targets. It's kind of cool. All crypto plays in the cycle are momentum plays. The sector with the strongest momentum right now is meme coins. So play it smart if you want to win. Now I want to say something about that. So yeah, momentum's obviously pivotal, but it's actually also having a big whale buy, right? A constant sustained buy, right? Something that's just purchasing, and if you can get it burning as well, then that's great. So what do we got here? We got purchasing, we got burning, and we've got liquidity building. So we've got all three, and then we've got third party stuff, people pairing up as well, just building up the strength of the old PCock there. So it definitely is pretty awesome, and that is different from the others. So you're not just relying on new people or existing people buying. You've got just a business in the background just that dominates the whole chain. Is pushing this coin up. Right? It is pretty exciting. So we've got some good stuff going on there. We've got Joey Jojo there. Pretty excited about the old PCock as well. Smilex there. Pretty positive about the PCock. So, got people spreading the word. Now let me have a look at some of this. I'm going to scroll up a little bit further there. Crypto Coffee excited about the old PCock. So obviously one of the top PulseChain influencers there. Got people bringing out little videos of Richard talking about the bird, I guess. I'm going to scroll up a little bit here right now. What do we got there? Got a new project called Tom, which is paired up with the old PCock straight out of the gate there from the looks of it. So it's a pretty smart move from them. Let's see what else we got. 4 hours ago, today seems like a good day to tweet PulseChain. Certainly does. That's building up Cabal King there. What's this here? Hexagon Pulsekins, your boy Freedom 777 put in a little sweat equity for our PulseChain. This is me inside a freshly emptying shipping container for the Griffin. Of course, this is part of the Hive, right? Where they're distributing the Richard Hart iPads. Do you know how many boxes of tablets can fit in just one container? A lot. And that's how many. Grateful I chose to travel and go volunteer. I saw familiar faces and met new ones. We'll definitely be coming back again. Great to be part of the PulseChain, the People's Chain, the Freedom Chain. We have a great community of people, grassroots by the people for the people. So that's one of the old iPad containers there being emptied out with going out to new people as part of the big, massive promotions going on from Richard Hart and sponsors and the volunteer crew for that. So pretty awesome. That's pretty neat, isn't it? All right, cool. That was a surprise. That was a surprise there. This looks like front running to me. Indeed. Richard Hart coins plus PulseChain PCock there. Pretty exciting. So we've got Jojo there. Still more excitement there. Let's scroll up here a little bit. She staked her Pulse and runs a PulseChain full node. Be like her. She runs a full node, indeed. And of course, we talked about this yesterday. More burns on the way. Is that responding to something? Yeah. Oh, yes, that's right. From yesterday, 20 hours ago, we reduced our gifted supply and proven our commitments by partnering with strong and active pub-tire projects. PCock is now paired with Zendog and Just the Pulse Guy. Of course, those are all performing really well right now. And of course, massive burns. More burns on the way, they say, just a few hours ago. This time not from LP, but from swap fees. How about that? So not from LP, but from swap fees. Massive supply reduction ahead. PCock is well cared for. So, you've got this buy pressure, you got this burning, and then you got this big LP producing, allowing bigger players to get in as well. This thing is really about to fly, this old PCock bird. All right, so kind of cool. 2 hours ago, we might need an update. We might need updated data for today. Numbers will likely be much higher since we've seen some big bids for PCock. How about that? That's pretty cool. I'm not sure what they were replying to themselves, are they? In just 3 days' time, this is our combined buy pressure for PCock from other chains, along with over $10,000 worth of Pulse buybacks and added liquidity to the PCock Pulse pair. So it definitely looked like it's really ramping up to $36,000 of volume there, 106 transactions. Very, very cool. Let me just scroll back up there. Go back into the top here. Yeah, so 3 days, and just 3 days is our combined pressure for PCock from other chains. Isn't that awesome? That's huge, guys. 36,000 of volume, along with over 10,000 worth of Pulse buybacks. Beautiful. It's very solid for a small coin to attract capital. The future of PCock is bright. Pulse goes up, the buy pressure will be worth millions in LP, guys. Millions in LP. Isn't that awesome? We've got Fast Abdul in the house. He's in here for the tech, and he's definitely working with a lot of teams, a lot of protocols. Let us know, Fast Abdul, if you can drop us a few little blues clues about some of the things that you've got coming up. We know that you're working. You know that you're working there. All right, so kind of cool. Then we got this from Rich, this rich little thing from Richard, which I think I think I can play the audio. So you should be able to hear the audio. Let me know. But I think I've changed for the first time. I put the audio on. My PCock bullish thesis is one line: PCocks are majestic, and our PulseChain founder has great taste. So let's push this video out there. I think hopefully the audio will play. Let's go.
All right. So even though it's cool, it's still a little hot in this beautiful PCock jacket. Notice blue, green, orange style, fashion, right? Actually, this is actually blue and orange too. Gold and orange are very related.
All right, so that was a little one there. My PCock is bullish. Majestic, I love that. Anyway, so we got, pretty cool stuff happening there. Tom Lee put this little video out here. This is not the real Tom Lee, it's the PulseChain Tom Lee. So easy a caveman could do it. Bridge to PulseChain now, which is pretty cool. A little caveman in their video. Got to take some time to appreciate that. LibertySwap.finance. Yeah, they're pushing their Tom token right from Tom Lee. RH was always the biggest PCock in crypto. That's Hawkeye. FOMO man there. It's got Zero, Zen, and PCock there together. So it looks like there's a real family there. Who's this in the house?
Carry on, my friends at LibertySwap. I love using your service. You know what I really like to do? I love using ZKP2P right to you guys. It's like so much better than anything I have. So much better. Thank you for that.
You got to admire his little cap collection in the background as well, don't you? You have to admire this cap collection. So yeah, pretty exciting, guys. What's going on with LibertySwap right now? Let's bring up the website. So that was pretty much what they had been going through. And of course, the big news yesterday that they pushed was that the PCock protocol is almost, as they announced it, and that it's almost just less than a week away. In fact, now it's only 5 days and 11 hours to go. So it's getting close, man. It got so quick from yesterday, didn't it? So huge, guys. It's coming. And of course, this is huge. And I did some, extrapolation, some stuff that so we've got this on-chain at the moment. We've got this on-chain, a cross-chain swap mechanism, which has completely changed the whole game for onboarding onto PulseChain and protocols, supporting, of course, pump tires and PRC20 price discovery, and of course now we've going to have a DEX coming down the line, and we need it. I said we need probably a good half a dozen, reasonably sized DEXs, and we've got at the moment PulseX, 9mm, and Tide has just come onto the scene, right, from Coast, and now it looks like we've got LibertySwap coming with a PCock protocol. But this has got a huge advantage. One of it's already part of their bridging liquidity is already a big part of PulseX, but also now is now also going to have a direct bridge to DEX connection on multiple chains. So it's really huge, guys, and we could already see some of those profits coming in early already, looking very, very good sign from other chains. So this is going pretty awesome. I call it, maybe we call it the gateway ecosystem or something like that. It's pretty massive to PulseChain. And we've got the little bird with the Versace on there, looking pretty good there. For 5 days and 11 hours to go, guys. The DEX is coming. Now, some of the other things we might see that I talked about yesterday, potentially a wallet, potentially a DeFi protocol and a stablecoin possibly, and whatever connections to Richard Hart. That's another speculation. And of course, we may see a few other little surprises as well. Now, this protocol coming up with PCock DEX is apparently going to have hundreds of special features. So we're going to see what all that means when it comes through. But only 5 days, 5 hours and 10 days. Sorry, what did I say? 5 days and 11 hours to go. And the one thing I was going to say is the timing of the cycle is perfect in my view. So exciting times, guys. Exciting times. All right, so that is where we are right now with LibertySwap. Now, obviously, LibertySwap often does lots of replies and drops lots of little tidbits in these replies, which is kind of cool. And we'll just have a quick scroll down to see if we can see anything of particular note. What do we got here? We got Juno, $10 for the PCock. This is our first target. Now we work for this goal, win for us, win for the community. Yeah, and the PCock at the moment, right, is let's have a look at the price is at 1.43 cents. And the 1.3 cents, I think getting to $1 is very easy, and especially if they're burning the tokens off. We've already burnt 15% away, guys. So it's a pump tires a billion coins, so it's 850, less than 850 million coins around. And man, they could probably burn quite a few off quite quickly, and with sustained buy pressure and etc. Remember, there's not just cross-chain swap fees, going to be DEX fees now too, and that could be pretty large. So there's building this huge business empire, which is also almost taken over PulseChain to some degree as well, or to some degree. And we don't want to get too carried away, but that is pretty huge. But it's also taken over other chains as well, So, and then we get green candles, right? Everyone knows that's what moves the market, right? Green candles. Everyone going to flock to green candles, but you still have to have promotion. You still have to have their messaging, right? You still have to go spread the word. Hey, look at what's happening on PulseChain, and this is going up, blah blah blah. You still have to get that out and targets, and that's why some people in the community have put out a Telegram group to try and get all the influencers and all the community people to go out and start targeting outside of PulseChain. And we've recently seen probably at least 3 or 4 or 5 decent sized KOLs coming into PulseChain, talking about PulseChain. Ever since I guess we started with Xavier, that was pretty cool. We've had others come in since that time. So, and then 100K plus streamers, and that's kind of cool. And it's just the beginning, guys. It's just the beginning. We had some people, some big ones, 80,000, 150,000 coming in. So it's really, things are starting just to show the early signs. Things starting to come together. I like it. Right. What else? Some of those are showcased in the monster thread, right? So you can go see the monster thread the last couple of weeks. See new KOLs coming on, influencers. All right. So that's PCock right now. Let's see what else we got. So we'll put a little love for that. 37 minutes ago, we just need to keep shilling the coin and creating content every day. Then we can easily pass the 5 million milestone. Yeah, like in that. Woohoo! All right. What do we got on that one there? Create earnings here. Imagine making 10,000 in a week. This is the few posts. I'm not sure what that is about there, but it's kind of interesting. What else there? We got what are the PCock's putting their metrics in there? Impressions per day, 50,000. Impressions per month. I guess that's. I think is that around the X payments? I'm not quite sure there, but I have to check. What else we got going on here? I can't see what's going on there, but we'll scroll down. There's some memes. We're up to here 15 hours ago. I think that's it. So not too many blues clues, but often there's a lot in their replies. So we'll leave it there right now. So PCock looking pretty good right now. 1.43 cents by the basis of that. And so on. So let's keep going down the list here. So those are our top 10, dominated by PCock and 9mm and Oink. Pretty much, we've got Pulse Drip there, managing to jump up there as well right now. Pulse Drip there. We haven't seen that for ages, have we? Yeah, look at that. Had a nice little rally in there too. So it's the old. Got it on market cap right now. So that's the old chart there, 1.3 cents on the old Pulse Drip. We haven't talked about that for a long time, but it's had a bit of a rally. All right, see what else is going here. Coming down a bit further, we've got Top Hat. Now, Top Hat's paired with PCock too. They got in fairly early. They're one of the early pairs that got in with PCock, up to 20% there. And we've seen Crypto Coffee come in behind, doing a lot of rotation and do PCock and other stuff. So, a win-win there for the old crypto coffee. We've got dominance at number 14, up 90% there from OG Web Chef. Swarm at the moment, number 15, up 17%. Reserve Tay, up 15% there as well. Time Dividend from Internet Money, up 14%. And I'm really excited about their milestone coming up, for Time Dividend. Definitely one of the best charts on PulseChain, and definitely, one of our blue chips, I would say. Obviously, there's been very range bound. It's pretty interesting, massive profits and a massive profit taking. But they're about to hit 100K on the downloads, which is pretty awesome. I mean, that's it's great to have a PulseChain wallet that's done that successful. And also, KG's been into conversations with KuCoin and Change Now and X Spaces and stuff like that. So getting some real kudos for work well done, right? So kind of cool. It's going good. What else? We got Pump Tires there. Probably underpriced, right? 15.5%. And Pump Tires should get the uplift as well. If we're going to have a LibertySwap protocol is going to have a refresh UI for Pump Tires, right? So that's one of the other features it's going to have. Then Pump Tires should get re-rated as well. So we'll see. Keep a lookout. But Pump Tires got a lot of, I think, a supercharged value proposition now on the back of PCock protocol. So yeah, keep a lookout for that. So very cool pump, the official pump token there. We got world's greatest P-dye printer right now, number 22, etc. 24, that's up 11.5% or so, 12%. And of course, OG Web Chef there is again. FireWhale there should benefit from XGame. That launch is probably, probably maybe 4 days away, something like that. Probably something like that, maybe 5 days. So it should be before the end of October, which we've got 6 days. So yeah, that's in that window still. So XGame coming pretty quickly. We're going to talk about that. Love.io up 10% there right now. Most wanted, but 10%, and Finvestor up 10% as well. So the official parent of the OG Web Chef there. What else we got going down here? Scroll down. We've got XGame right now, just pulling off that high, and we're going to talk about that. So let's do that. And we've got an update from FireWhale, right? So we're going to go through all that sort of stuff. So XGame right now really rallied pretty hard overnight. Let's go to the hourly chart here, and went up to 4.2 cents almost, coming back down to 3.9. Now FireWhale, of course, is saying this is super cheap, and of course been talking about $1, right? $1 pretty quickly happening. We'll see how fast, of course. I don't want to overpromise there, but that's what we've been talking about. Currently, it's just below 4 cents, and it's already had a pretty good run. So look at that run there so far. But with the launch of X Games, and if it is successful, this 4 cents will seem like super cheap, right? Super duper cheap. It's already up in 117 days, up 2,600%, and it's a market cap 13.3 million. So yeah, let's see what it can do in the future there. Launch is only a days away. Now, if you guys haven't gotten to Strategy Club, the link is in the video description on YouTube and also on the top of the X profile. Only $35 a month, so really worth joining up there. And you can talk about PCock and Next Game, everything else in there. You would have been in it a long time ago if you'd been in Strategy Club. So obviously not financial advice, but check it out. So let's go to the X Game stuff. So this is coming up in a couple of days. There was a really good X space on 8 hours ago. FireWhale was in that, and that was pretty cool. So you should definitely go and listen to that on the old FireWhale. I'll post his X account in the chat there on YouTube. And of course, if you're on X, you just have to type in FireWhale Win, and you can find him. And that is the link to FireWhale to keep up to date with all the cool stuff going on there. And essentially, he was given updates about the price of they thought might have an X Game, the burning that's going to go on for X Game and SolidX for the profitability there. And he's got lots of cool insights in that chat there, so you can definitely check that out. And he says it's only a couple of days away, and then they're going to do an announcement. And there'll be 2 days after the announcement, and then the game will go live. Marketing will go live. Big green candles, and of course all the influencers getting out there. So there's lots of stuff in store. This is a big event for X Game, and not just an event, but a process, right? Because it's going to be building up over time. So keep a lookout for that. That is huge for PulseChain and multi-chain again. We are in a multi-chain future, right? And he who dominates it and pulls the value into your main chain, that's the key, right? That's key. So it's kind of cool. FireWhale, the legend, is asking about X Game. One more dip, 10%. One more 20% dip, only up from here. So you can decide on that one. I'm not going to put a poll in there, but This was the big note that we want to read through. So in the old X Spaces, FireWhale did give a bit more detail about this. But XGame pre-launch keynote, this was 16 hours ago. At any moment during the next few days, I will provide an XGame launch date time within a 48 hours in advance. So it's going to be an announcement of the launch date, and then it's basically 24 hours, and then the game will launch, right? And it's a decentralized casino, so it's the first game. It's going to be a crash game, which we've played on this channel before. That means my next post on X will start a 2-day countdown until we go live. This idea I had around 2 years ago is days away from being executed, and I'm now more bullish than ever, he says. More bullish than ever. Big brands inside Web2, sportbook, casino industry like Stake have known for years that the natural evolution of online gaming is Web3. And that's really, I guess, the technology difference there. They accept crypto for deposits and withdrawals, but their back office, along with all infrastructure, is still off-chain, which is basically still centralized. Now, another big casino that I've talked about in the years has been Betfury, and I happen to be one of the top referrers over Betfury, so I'm very familiar with how that works. And so it's great to see a Web3 decentralized solution for this. So very, very cool. Seeing industry leaders lacking so far behind urged me to take action in this market opportunity. XGame is now set to become first ever Web3 multi-chain casino available on Pulse, BSC, Base, and soon Solana as well, which is kind of cool to see that. First ever on-chain affiliate platform. It's going to be, and that's going to be massive, right? So we're talking about 30% referrals, guys, and I think it's 5 levels deep, if I remember rightly. But like we've seen with Solid Trader, which is pretty cool, on the old Telegram there for PulseChain trading, has limit orders and lots of stuff, and you can find that pinned to the top of the X account here for the Crypto Night Show. First ever Telegram casino via a DM bot, and of course that's matches with their Solid Trader, so you can play it on Telegram too. First ever Telegram casino via group chat bot as well. Yes, sir. This one is big, and so that's exciting. A group chat bot, so I guess people can play together. And we've got first ever casino using USDC stablecoin exclusively for deposits and withdrawals across all chains. And as you guys know, there are little differences there between them on each chain. Over the last 12 months, total stable coins in market grew from 171 billion to 300 billion. And what's the thing about this is that we know that one of the mega themes here, and the reason why Tom Lee's going so hard into crypto is because of the stablecoin boom under the Genius Act, right? And Treasury Scott Bessent talking about something like $4 trillion in stable coins on the old Ethereum, which dominates about 95% or more of the Ethereum. And that's about $280 million. So going from 280 million to $4 trillion is a big deal, right? $4 billion, I think it was, is a big deal. So it's going to be huge. All right, Trump has hinted at printing more stables to wipe out debt. It could go into the trillions next year. Yeah, so trillions there. Pretty huge. A lot of these newly printed dollars will come, what did I say, millions before, billions, 280 billion what's on Ethereum, and going to 4 trillion. You've got to be very careful with my language there. A lot of these newly printed dollars will come to crypto and DeFi. If these points don't ring the word opportunity, I don't know what does. If everything goes according to our vision, we will be sitting at top of innovation when it comes to Web3 casinos. If gambling has existed for thousands of years before we were born and will exist thousands of years after we die, why not innovate on Web3 gambling to pump our bags? This is my question. And it's got a quick AI update there about the size of the markets. And we're going to just say it went from $64 billion in 2020 to $95 billion in 2024. And a total take there from looks of 400 billion over the last 5 years. So pretty huge there. So lots of opportunity, guys. And then he said, put a little plea out there. Dear Richard Hart and Bretep, let's make PulseChain the most sought after chain for RWAs. Innovation is key to succeed in DeFi. We're going to do it in one of the best RWAs there is. And of course, TLDR by XGame before it's $1. So if you want a price target, that's his $1 right there, right? So pretty cool. Very cool indeed. All right. So that's kind of neat. What else we got going? All right. So that is XGame, and that's it's currently less than 4 cents. He's talking about TLDR XGame to $1. So take that for what you think. Now I have got along with the MVS, we've got run this XGame portal, and you can join up to that too. We've got the link there in the video description as well. All right, so what else we got going at the moment? That is XGame. And so we talked about that. That could be launching any day soon. Super bullish for PulseChain. What else have we got going? We're going to get into Gladiator games shortly. Let's see, number 33, we've got RSI up 8.5%, Sparta up 8.5%, Dow token up 7.7%, Stake ETH up 6.5%, Liberty up 6%. SolidX, of course, had rotation out of SolidX into XGame. And of course, SolidX will be benefiting from the profits and the burning and the staking rewards. So hopefully we'll get some more info on that. I'm not sure if there was some on the X Space. I didn't get to listen to the whole thing yet. But that is ticking away there at $3.40, $3.46 or so. So pretty good entry right now for the old SolidX there. Trump token, 6% gain right now. And remember from OG WebChef at number 45. Up 5%, UFO up 5% as well. So we've got lots of green across the board down here. Not going to read out the rest of them, but we've got lots of 5%. And so they're in the money against PulseChain all the way down there. Source mini meal, we're going to pick up a couple of these. Source mini meal right now is at just below 6 cents after that little rally that it had, which is quite nice. Teddy Bear Takeover hasn't really moved much. 000 7500. And PC the Grey is there, which really at the moment has been left in behind probably because of Vouch and XGame and other things that are pumping and PCock. But let's see, just bide your time on those, no doubt. But at the moment, they have not managed to refire really, but they are consolidating, and that's they definitely bounced off 000 1650 and consolidating here at 2100. So let's see what happens there. But maybe it's going to take a little bit longer before we see a real move there potentially because of XGame and PCock taking a lot of the limelight right now. So we'll keep a track of the old PC the Greys. All right, but nice little consolidation and therefore possibly a good entry level there. I didn't look at the RSI, so you might want to check that too. Unity, of course, still playing out. We're in phase 2, waiting for day 88 to come up, 89, and into phase 3. And what else is down? Pepe was doing pretty well yesterday, one of the best performing memes. That's down 4% today. So have a quick look at that. And some of the other pump ties, which were performing well the other day, also down. All the BDC, all the copies like BDC, etc. But yeah, we're at 2300th of a penny. Look at that chart, looking pretty fantastic, isn't it, for the old Pepe pump tires? It's pretty crazily good. And of course, we've got some of the other ones down here. The pump tires DAI, the pump tires Bitcoin, that's down 4.5% as well. So they're all down pretty much the same. And but it's not quite as good as a Pepe coin, but still looking pretty good after that little pump that they had on the old Bitcoin there. You can get a number of different Bitcoins. You can get Pulse Bitcoin on PulseChain. You can get the PRC20 copy of Wrap Bitcoin on PulseChain. You can get the pump tires Bitcoin on PulseChain. So there's a couple options for Bitcoin narrative there. Let's see here. All right. Where are my moderators today? Where are my moderators? We got moderators in the chat there. If you could do some moderation, that'd be great. All right, let's pull up the chart here. I've got to do some moderation on the old chain myself. It's hard to get good moderators these days. All right, so
your body language speaks louder than your resume.
Hear that. So let's go I'll just do a little bit of moderating.
Speaks louder than your resume.
Hear that. All right, so let's remove that. Not sure what's that. I know SY. I'm gonna have to remove that, and definitely banning this user. What else? There we're gonna. All right. Bam, gone. All right, so yeah, no spamming the chat. That's all I can say. All right, so that was a little detour there. So that is what's going on right now. But we're going to have a look at Rome token. Rome token is also paired with PCock, and of course that's Gladiator games, right? Tournament 7 is on right now. And what happened there? I was typing that and it's disappeared. Rome. Yeah, Rome. All right, so Rome is up 44% right now, doing very well. And, it's tournament's going good. So let's go to the daily right now and have a look at the daily chart. So this is the Rome token. Obviously, this was the exploit that happened back here on the 20th. But since then, we've had tournament after tournament after tournament. So it's really established itself now with a good, strong base of tournaments. and they've been very successful, haven't they? And they're only getting bigger and bigger, and people are enjoying the game. Most of all, it's game and crypto together, so you can't ask for better than that. And it started to really re-rate here. A couple of days back, of course, it got paired up with PCock. Very smart move before the PCock run, and PCock's just just warming up really. So here we are at 000146 on the old Rome token, which is pretty cool. I'll leave the chart there and you can check it out. So that's Rome for Gladiator Games. Bam. And looking pretty good. That's looking pretty good. So it's just the beginning, I think. We're going to talk about the actual tournament that's on, tournament number 7, which is pretty awesome. So we talk about that, and that is Gladiator Games. So yeah, Rome appeared with PCock over a week ago. So I said a couple of days ago, but actually over a week ago, and we're very happy we decided to pair with such a strong team, providing real value through a profitable business. Now I think there's only around about maybe 10 coins or something like that ballpark that are now paired with PCock, and Rome is one of them. In fact, they've got one of the bigger, probably medium, probably the middle of the pack LP volumes at the moment, which is only going up. So it's kind of cool. Yay, grow strong together. Now, it'll be interesting to see with PCock does a gifted LP as well. I don't know if they've done that yet, but a gifted LP with the old Rome. No doubt they're looking at it on their radar. So kind of cool. Pairing with PCock, bold strategy. I don't know about that. I think it's pretty good, actually. But exciting times. So that is from the Gladiator Games. Gladiator Games, of course, also got the PCock Gladiator, which is pretty badass, isn't it? Look at that. It's pretty cool. Was it Cockius Maximus on pump tires is ready to bond. So they're pumping their own token there. PCock is about to launch their protocol and Rome is flying. Can't miss out on the 2 best narratives here. So that gets us into a post that I did yesterday, which is Gladiator Games Tournament 7, and it's called Vinci QC Vinci there. I guess it's what's that, Roman or something? I don't know, whatever the language was called from the ancient days. Over Latin. It's called Latin. Yeah, you can tell I never went to a Latin school. But anyway, over $1,200 in total prizes paid in Rome on PulseChain. And of course, with that price of Rome going up, look at that. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Market cap is now 146K too, which is exciting. And this thing's got a long way to go. I think, obviously, on a weekly at least. It's not quite overbought yet, so it's still got some room to move. Yeah, main tournament. Now remember, the profits from the tournaments go and buy the token back. So it's like we talked about PCock having the bridge income and the DEX income coming up and all the rest of it. PCock has it. Gladiator Games has it from the profits from the tournaments every week, and it's got multiple tournaments on now during the week, so that's even more profitability. So some nice little horizontal scaling there in terms of revenue. Now the main tournament is currently using Generation 2 Gladiators. Why do we talk about generations? Well, it's because there's breeding in the game, right? So you can breed a male and female together. You can get a new generation of Gladiators. But you can only do that I think it's every 4 weeks. It was 3 weeks or something, or 2 weeks. But I think it's now 3 or 4 weeks. It's maybe 4 weeks. I'm not sure. I have to double check there, but I think it's 3 or 4 weeks. And so, yeah, a new generation. Now, this is the last weekend, as I understand it, for Generation 2 Gladiator tournaments. Next weekend will be Gladiator 3 tournaments. And they still have what they call equalizer tournaments, which means that it doesn't matter what generation you have, you can fight in the battles, and it's just about skill, just about being able to play the game against each other, which is what we call the little minor or baby tournaments there. So, yeah, the main one there is Generation 2 Gladiators. That's the main tournament. $940 in prizes from Rome token. Now, that's pretty exciting. And that's Generation 2. And, of course, let's check it out. So, $130 for first place, $110 for second place, $105 for third place. And, of course, a lot of the top-tier players will be fighting for those positions. But there's lots of prizes. That's what's so cool. So, even if you're, like, in the middle of the pack, kind of like me, I'm kind of in the middle of the pack. And occasionally I can beat some of the top players, and that's definitely happens. But in the middle of the pack there, fourth place, $100, fifth place, $95, sixth place, $90, seventh place, $85, eighth place, $80, ninth place, $75, and 10th place, $70. Now, as I understand it, tournament number 8 could have even bigger prizes. So the more successful, the more the Rome token goes up, the more successful the tournaments are in terms of number of players and all that stuff, the bigger the prizes will get. So that's just the fruition there. It's pretty exciting. 10th place is $70 there. Also, the top 15 other places will get legendary gear, which I think is place number 11 to 25. So you get legendary gear, which is the top gear you can use in the game for fighting. So that helps you do better. So it's kind of cool. Now, the entry fee is 1 million gold, which is 1 million pulse. So what's that at the moment? About $30, is that something like that? So $30 enter, but the prizes are pretty awesome. Like, look at that. You can double your money or triple your money in there. So pretty cool. There's also this minor tournament that's on at the same time. This is called Pure Skills. So you don't need any upgrades, any fancy upgrades. You can just go in and fight. And it's pretty cool. So that is $75. Top prize is $20, $15 second place, $10 for third to sixth place, and legendary gear for 7th to 10th place there. I think there's a little typo there. Unless it's saying that the first person gets legendary gear as well, which it might be doing actually. So it's kind of cool. And the entry there is 150,000 gold or 150,000 pulse. It's the same thing. Kind of cool. So that tournament is opened only a few hours ago. So it's kind of cool. A couple hours, maybe 2 hours ago or something, that opened. And of course, all you can do is join the game and fight, which is kind of cool, and so on. And tournaments there. So I'm going to give you the link to that, and you can go join if you want. That is the site. Join, or let's say play Gladiator games. Now, I did put a little guide there as well. Play the games, and as you guys know, my player is called Galactus off the movie, which is pretty cool. People are scared of Galactus. Honestly, they come up to it on the game and they're quite scared. I don't know. I know it's true. Everyone fears Galactus. You guys know I love a bit of playful gaming. It's just the way it goes. So you can play. I forgot the word. I didn't write the type of word play very well, but there's Gladiator games, so you can join up today. The link is there right there. It's pretty easy to do, guys, to join up. All you have to do is get a DGN wallet, as you guys know, put some pulse in it, connect up to the MetaMask there, and then you're in the game, right? And some of the tips for playing are as follows. So you can go to the game, join up, connect your wallet, create some free gladiators, or you can buy them off the market. Probably buy them off the market at the moment. And if you want to get ready for next week, you should get buy some look to buy some Generation Gladiator 3s, and then you can play those for 3 or 4 weeks, right? And play the tournament. So pretty exciting. So and then of course you can get some gold 1-to-1 ratio, and then just join the tournament. It's pretty easy to do. Some game tips there. Grab a starter pack or buy Gladiator and gear on the market, and see you there. So you got some options to get involved. Now, I'd probably maybe just either one of these, and then of course get ready for next week as well. So it's kind of cool with the Gladiator games. So very, very cool. Yeah, even the founder there, this will be our biggest tournament. So that is Gladiator games. I think they put one out too themselves. Yeah, that they did. They're live now. So they're live now. So you can see that they're playing the game live, which is pretty cool. I might repost that. Bam. Yeah, so Gladiator Games is live on the live show right now, so it's cool. Now, they put this out as well. The big game is here. The most epic Gladiator Games tournament. It kicks off today, and that's already started off there. Looks like they've even upped the prizes a little bit there, $1,300. Top 10 players get played in Rome, so kind of cool. So that's kind of a similar post to what I did there. Pretty cool. So not bad. All right, so that is Gladiator Games right now, so you can get in the tournament. What else are we going to say about that? Yeah, I think that's it. That's it for time being. All right, so we're going to wrap up the show right now. I think that was probably it for today. Looking pretty good. Even Rome's still going up there. Look at that. While we're talking about that. Let's see what happens with Richard. We might get some pretty good fun stuff coming from him as well. So I think we're kind of in the holy grail right now of PulseChain. We've got the big gateway LibertySwap protocol coming in 5 days. We've got probably similar time actually, for XGame to launch. They're probably pretty similar launch times now. We've got a couple of days before the announcement, and then 2 days for XGame, and then we've got 5 days for Liberty Swap protocol. We've got 2 mega protocols launching at the same time. Pretty awesome. And big marketing going with the old XGame too. All right, so we've got big marketing coming. We've got a bit of a sentiment change happening right now of PulseChain, especially after coming off a pretty, down sentiment time. And we've got the marketing in the background going for Richard Hart, and he's on the X Space a lot, and so it's kind of cool. And then we've got coming into November, we're going to have CoinWhale launch, right? So it's back to back, guys, with 3 juggernaut protocols launching, and we've also got several other protocols out there that are probably going to come in after that. And I'm thinking of on-chain bet, maybe some of the Fast Abdul stuff, things like that going on right now. So it's pretty exciting times, and I'm looking forward to Coinarchy, right, with the battle of the memes. Very, very cool. Alanfa here says next 6 months are very exciting. Yeah, I'm pretty bullish right through to particularly bullish into mid-26. But I actually think, barring geopolitical risks and things like that, then I'm pretty bullish through, to 27 as well, for different reasons. So, but certainly by mid-26, things are looking pretty amazing there. So make sure you got your bags packed and the good stuff. Get rid of the crap stuff, and let's ride this train. It's gonna be pretty awesome. Yeah, if you guys haven't joined Strategy Club, links in the video description on YouTube, and pinned, I think, at the top of the X profile there to join Strategy Club today. Look forward to seeing you there. Right, I think we're going to wrap up there. Looks like that Gladiator Games live stream's on right now, so you can definitely go check that out. It was looking pretty good, wasn't it? Looking pretty good. And maybe I'll just post the link to that too in the YouTube side here. Let me have a look. I'm going to repost it on X anyway. I think, did I do that already? Maybe I did. Let's have a look at it. I did do that. So if you want to watch the Gladiator Games live and pick up more about that, here it is here. So Gladiator Games live. This is with the founder, and I think MVS is in there as well. Of course, the editor-in-chief of the Monster Thread. And I think he's in there. Yeah, he's in there as well, along with a couple of the community members, Rudolph and Noah. So check that out right now. Bam, bam. All right, kind of cool. Alanfa says, thanks for the PCock stream last night. Great call. Yeah. Just one of the many in the old strategy club. If you want to get hold of the Kryptonite Show top 10 index, check it out. It's in strategy club. So look forward to seeing it. Thanks, Alan. I appreciate that. All right, that is the link to the Gladiator Games live show on right now. So I guess you can jump from here to over there for more great PulseChain and Gladiator content. I'll catch you guys later. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow, as usual, at 7 p.m. Eastern. Take care, and bye for now. Let's go somewhere. Where are we going? We're going out. All right, bye.